Welcome back to another video. My name is Not That Fast, and yeah, welcome. If you haven't seen me any of my videos yet, please leave a subscribe so you can follow me. I started up this channel last week, and hopefully it will get some traction in the future. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and if you already are subscribed, thank you. And let's get right into the video. So we are going to join Road D series, and to do this I have to upgrade my current car, which is the I think it's the Toyota GT86, I think it's called. Oh yeah, I can see it right on the screen, GT86. And yeah, we have upgraded now and it's ready for racing. So I just think we're gonna start with the race on Catalonia, which is the third event in the Road A series. But there's 3 red lights and we are off, and it's overcast. The weather is overcast, so there will probably be some rain at the end of this race. But let's see how it goes into the first corner. We get off to a very bad start, but we catch up to them in the corner. That's the general problem with the AIs in this game. They are very slow in the first few corners and behave very weird, but we go around the outside of a few people and we're already up to P4, so that's pretty good. And as a Subaru has some oversteer, and I have to squeeze him out as we dive up the inside of P1, and we're already into P1. Already into P1 after around 45 seconds. So yeah, I don't know if that's fair, but yeah, cutting to the last lap now, and as you can see, there's this old BMW behind me that's for some reason is very quick in the wet weather, and I'm very slow. So I get a very huge tank slap out of that corner and brake a bit too late and get some oversteer as he just dived up down the inside, and I'm down to P2 again. So I think this is the first race where I actually got overtaken by another AI. Not with any bugs or anything, not when there's other cars, but the first time I generally got overtook by another AI. So I don't even know why, but that car is so freakishly fast in the wet weather. it's just like a bullet. But yeah, we finished this race in P2, and that will give us, I think it will give us 2 stars for this race, which is pretty good. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we just get 2 stars. We didn't win the race, so yeah. But anyway, it's pretty good for the whole series. 2 points. That's what we need. But going to the next race, which is in United Kingdom on Brands Hatch, I think. No, it isn't. It's on another track. I don't even know what this track is called. But we start in P11 and get off to a bad start again. And the Nissan Skylines just fly away. The cars with 4-wheel drive they're just amazing in the start. But this is such a tight turn, so we can just go down the inside of every single AI. Almost, but there's still 2 in front of us as we get overtaken by this Mustang. But yeah, I just overtook him around the outside, so that's no problem. The next car is the Mercedes. I think it's a C-Class. And as we cut on to later that lap, I'm going to attack him down the inside here. No, not around up the inside, but just make a double overtake here, maybe. No, I just overtook him around the outside, and we just gonna settle. No, he comes back at us, but I just squeeze him out, and that's P2 for us as we dive around the outside of P1. And you should leave a like for that one. but yeah, that's P1 for us. I don't think there's any competition on this track as we go off track actually, but we save it and we're still in P1. But cutting on later, and we still P1 on the last lap as we go over the finish line, and I think that's 3 points for us. I think that's 3 points. Let's see. I think we got 3 points there. I just cut away from it, but 3 points, and that's P1 for us, and that's some very, very good points. As we cut on to the next lap now, this is a hot lap. We're gonna see the whole lap this time, but you can see I go did this left turn and another left turn. I just got onto the curb here, trying to carry as much speed as possible, just taking the curb on the inside, and the same on the next right-hander, just to get the car rotated. As we go through this full speed left-hander down to the last turn, I think it is. This is 90 degrees turn, and we just get a bit of oversteer out of the corner, but let's see how we finish when we come up to the finish line. Is it P1? Let's see. And that's a P1 for me. That's actually 4 seconds faster than Project Cars expected me to drive for P1. So I think that's pretty good. But yeah, these targets in hot lap mode, they are actually pretty unstable. One hot lap can be very hard to beat, and another one can be very easy. This one was one of the easier one. But we go into the championship now, and we're starting P14 as we get off to actually a pretty good start. But we do not have the acceleration to follow the other cars as we get slammed in the back by a Mercedes. But going down to the first corner, we're trying to go around the outside now, but no luck there. We just tuck into P14 again as we get overtaken by the Mustang, which has a very high top speed. So we're into P15 now, but they are very slow down to this corner here, so maybe we can dive it up the inside and take a few positions. We're into P13 now as we go side by side with the Supra, and we just squeeze them out and we're into P12. But we get a very good exit for some reason, and we're into P11 now, I think, as we dive that up the inside, but get touched and get a bit of oversteer. But we go up the inside of all those cars and we're into P8 now. As the next corner we dive again, and we're trying to overtake the car, but there's some carnage in front, and we're up into P7 now as we go side by side with this. I don't even know which car it is, but we almost overtook him, but he just had amazing top speed. As we dive down, up down the inside of him and goes around the outside of the chicane. As we go on to lap 2 now. Oh, there's actually 3 wide in front of me. Let's see how it goes. As they crash out and we go around the outside of both of those cars and get a bit of oversteer, and we're into P4 now. Let's see how this will go now. If we can win this race, it's gonna be very hard. We only have 1.5 lap left. But let's see, we get a very good exit out of this corner, and we're actually just gonna bump drive this Mercedes up into P3 now, as we get overtaken again by another Mercedes. But we have the better grip, and we go around the outside of both of them into the third last corner of the second lap, and we're into P2 now with only the Mustang in front of me. And that's very, very slow in the corners. As we cut on to the last lap now, and we overtake him around the outside, and we're into P1 and we win the race. I think that's 3 points for us. That was a pretty epic race. Well, let's see. Going on to the next race, we're in P14 again, and we get off to the worst start, I think, of the whole series, as we drop down into P16 and almost 17. But we get those positions back as we go up into P13 now, and 11 and 10th position as we go up in the inside of all of those cars, and we're into P8 now already. as we go into the next left hand and we go down 3 wide through this corner. We're still in P8, but we're still 3 wide through these corners, but I squeezed the Mustang out and we're into P7 now as I dived up the inside of both of those cars, and we're into P5, actually P4, P3, so we're onto the podium already after not even 1 lap. Actually, can we make that P2? Yes, we can. So we're into P2 now, before the second lap has even started. And let's see if we can overtake this Mustang through this long right-hander, and that, you gotta leave a subscribe for that move. That was, it looked easy, but it was actually pretty hard. But going over the finish line now, P1, and I think that race was pretty good. We overtook a lot of cars very early as we cut through the next hot lap event, where we actually finished 7 seconds faster than expected. So we got 3 points there as well. So that was a pretty good event as well. So we are halfway through level 2 now, and I think we were level 21 in this car. As we start on, this isn't Suzuka, I can't remember what it's called in this game, but it reminds me of Suzuka. I think it's almost a copy of the track, but I think this is the last race in the championship, or we're going, yeah, I think it is. As we go through this left hand, we go way too wide, and we actually get a cut track, but that's actually perfect because we had to slow down anyway into the first corner. As we go onto actually position 9, and squeezes the Mercedes out, and squeezes another Mercedes out. Oh, super out. As there's a crash in front of me, and we're into P8. And can we overtake these two guys around the outside? No, only in Mercedes, but we can make a switch back, and we up the inside of the Mustang as we overtake another car into the chicane. And can we hold on to it? And yes, we can. We're into P5 now. Actually, cutting on label to the lap, we got overtaken again on the straight, but we got them back into the first corner. So we're into P5 again as we just block the Mercedes off, as we go into the middle section now and dive up the inside of this Aston Martin, and that's P4 for us as we just squeezes him out. Cutting on to next lap, we go up the inside of this Jaguar Type F, and we make the same exact move. He just almost hold on to it, but we into P3 now, onto the podium as we go through this fast left right hander, and we catch up to these two guys. But it's the last lap. Can we catch up to them through these last two corners and maybe get a P1? Let's see. We get this corner. We actually take it very bad, but we get a better exit than them. Maybe going on to the straight. They just have way too much top speed, so yeah, we're gonna tuck in to P3 in the last race, but I think that will do it. I think that will give us the championship and give us some very nice points to carry through onto the next events, to unlock them, and as we almost get some more money. But yeah, level 19 now, and that was the championship for us. So thank you very much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next video. If you like it, please leave a sub to me and comment if you didn't like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.